red, blue, purple light. Friends, red, blue, purple light. Friends, flags, red, blue, purple light. Friends, red and blue, purple light. Friends, facts. You can get to know the legend, sacrilegious Sunday to melanin Monday. You can get to know the legend, my love. Just open your third eye on Thursday. Lord, the food, the art, the clothes, the Vatican's getting exposed fast. We put the show on the road. You better stay on your toes. I was till the land focused on the ego. Then I opened my heart, let go of the ego. Grand after grand, we stacking up these C notes. Facts, facts, yeah. We gon' put this shit on our backs. Facts, facts. We in your city, pull up where we at. Facts, facts. Peace, love and light. Peace, love to the family. Peace, love and light to the family. Peace, love and light to the family.
These days and time, black man, is going to be the time that you have been waiting for. You came here for a reason. Whatever pressure, whatever adversity, whatever the fuck you feel, I don't know what you feel, but whatever you may be feeling is going to push you, and it's going to provoke you, and it's either going to make you or break you, similar to how pressure busts pipes or the shit makes diamonds.
Peace to the family, peace to you and yours. Peace to the family, peace to you and yours. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Saturday Night Live. You are now rocking with the best. Yes. This is your host for the evening, Brother Red Pillar. All right. Let me know how we sound on the audio, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know how we sound on the audio. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We're going to have a very powerful show lined up. We're going to have a very powerful show lined up for you. You done know. You know what I'm talking about? You done know. All right. We put together some good foods for thought. Some good. We got a full plate. You know what I mean? We got a full plate tonight. So we finna get cooking in a minute. I'm gonna do the roll call and then we're gonna get back to you. Okay. Let me see. We loud and clear? All right. That's what I'm talking about. All right, rain. Let me upload these videos.
It's trash because
tonight is a hip hop show. I'm gonna just put it out there. The name of the title of the show is The State of Hip Hop 2025. So we're gonna be talking about the culture. I'm just letting you know. I'm putting it out there. You know what I mean? We dealing with the culture tonight. Strap in. We got the Bay Area in the building. Yeah, let's definitely do roll call so we make sure that this is not a regional conversation. I need this to be not just a nationwide. I need to have a global audience in the building while we talk that cloth talk. I need everybody to be in the building to represent their quote unquote region and a regional sound and whatnot. We need all witnesses. We got New Orleans, we got Cleveland. You know what I'm talking about? We got Louisiana. I'm glad y'all here. You know what I mean? We got Oregon. We got Queens. Yeah. Oakland and the Jersey. Yeah. Spike Lee. We got Griffin, Georgia. We got Texas and its biatch. We got the Bay Area. We got Maryland. We got Bmore, Portland, and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Pasadena up in his biatch. Duval. You know what I'm saying? I was riding to that album earlier. We'll talk about it. We got Kentucky up in here. We got Indianapolis. We got Massachusetts. We got Dallas. We got Charlotte. You know what I'm talking about? Sumter, South. Crack-a-lacka. Kentucky. Broward in his biatch. You know what I mean? Broward up in this biatch. Shout out to Broward. I see you, man. I see everybody. Columbus, Ohio. We got Columbus, Ohio. Salute to Columbus, Ohio. Shout out to y'all. I'm talking about. Shout out to Minnesota. It's cold in Minnesota. Shout out to Minnesota. Twinnesota. You know what I mean? Okay. Miami. Couldn't do it without you. We couldn't do it without you. Shout out to Miami. You know what I'm talking about? Money over.
Good evening, I'm Erin Burnett. And out.
Money is a major issue. That's the acronym. Respectfully.
Good evening, I'm Erin Burnett. And out front tonight, we begin.
Hey, relax, shorty. So we got the family in the building. We got all regions basically tapping in. East, West, South, North. Y'all all, everybody's outside, so that's what's up. That's a beautiful thing. We definitely want the family to be here so we could have this talk. Money don't hit the same when you don't, music don't hit the same when you don't have a car. Like, literally, I was listening to the Bluetooth speaker, you know what I mean? This is the best thing next to a car speaker. This is the best thing next to a car speaker. Then after that, this shit right here on some shrooms. You feel me? A regular headphones, it's cool. But this on some shrooms, my nigga, surround sound on a spiritual level. You have no idea. It's a frequency war. The only thing is, you can't be listening to motherfucking drill music through these type of headphones on shrooms, my nigga. You gonna look fried like NBA Youngboy when it's all said and done. You know what I'm talking about? Your ass gonna be you're gonna be looking like your brain is fried. Surround spiritual sound, right? When you got those warrior drums, when the shit is mixed properly, when it has a little sprinkle of some of that audio magic in it, oh Lord, it will take you to places that you can't necessarily go. The experience that is. And once again, because that shit is Schedule A, I am not promoting, I'm talking about lion's mane mushroom, okay? They got Rico in Atlanta, niggas, I gotta be careful. I'm talking about lion's mane mushroom family, you know what I mean? I'm talking about lion's mane, that part. So, we're gonna start this thing off. Let's start it off with a little warm up. We'll get through some of the news of the day and then we'll go into the main story. I don't want to set it off right away with the main story. Let's just warm this shit up a little bit. You know what I'm talking about? Let's get into the story right here. I'm sure that everybody around the nation could relate to this news story right here. But before I even begin going, I got to get a word from our sponsors in. If you don't mind, I got to get a word from our sponsors in, and we'll be right back.
What is Infinite Treasures? Like all things born out of the genius of necessity, Infinite Treasures, in the spirit of the ancient Earthkeeper tradition of Kephara, the scarab beetle, We gather all manner of earth relics, high-energy hand-picked crystals, stones, minerals, and pure metals, and weave them into sacred geometric forms that elevate consciousness. 30 years of research and development have revealed secrets to creation. Sacred geometry is the structured form of mathematics that brings about manifestation. Laws that manifest on earth can also transcend through space and time.
Yes, I.
Trumpet sounds of golden harp. I saw in a Zion these crystal balls of lightning.
Definition of a crystal: order, symmetry at the biological level. Melanin is a complex crystalline biopolymer. It is found in the nuclei of all cells, and concentrations of melanin may be found in the brain. Melanin is that X factor that opens up those subtle realms and means of communication. Again, intuition, clairvoyance, clairaudience. Yes, I.
Crystal balls of lightning, thunder in different sort, 4 and 20 Haitians around this part. It was very cloudy, earthquake over the north and the south side, seraphim thrones and
Rewind. Champion songs. I like that shit. That's my joint right there. Shout out to our good people at Infinite Treasures. Make sure y'all go over there and shop with those brothers and sisters. That's a family business right there. Make sure y'all tell them that Red Pillar sent you over there. You know what I'm talking about? But definitely go and shop with the family. As you can see through the pictures, they're not one of these Johnny come latelys. They have been in this space carrying the weight, you know what I mean? Lifting, doing the heavy lifting, knocking down doors, knocking on doors, you know what I'm talking about? And doing what needs to be done for the family, you know what I mean? And yeah, we respect them and we salute them. And we will also be playing a commercial before we get out of here for the family that's just coming in the building. Okay? So yeah, let's get into this video, y'all. Check this out.
Good evening, I'm Erin Burnett, and out front tonight we begin with the breaking news. We are just learning this hour that Jeffrey Epstein's ex-girlfriend, Ghislaine Maxwell, was granted limited immunity in order to talk with Trump's personal attorney turned Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche. Now, what did this mean, this limited immunity? Well, it allowed Maxwell to provide information without any fear that anything she said that is truthful can be used against her.
Okay, what does that mean? What does that mean? What is that pointing to? Your guess is as good as mine, friends. Your guess is as good as mine. But what I would, if I was a betting man, I would say that they're preparing to give this woman
Auntie Bev here with
immunity. They're trying to pardon this lady right here. Okay. So Trump is wishing her well, right? Once again, sending out dog whistles to anybody that's willing to hear that while Congress shuts down and they build up the next distraction, because boy, oh boy, they're very desperate with their distractions these days. They went as far as to say that aliens are going to attack in November, and they got a whole bunch of ships headed our way and whatnot. They really want you niggas to be in a state of fear and panic and chaos. You have to live with the fact that your president, who people are telling you, people that look like you, people who are teachers in this community, who have children, and people in this community who, I don't know if they demand the respect of the people, but y'all give them all of your respect. You know what I mean? You look up to these people. These people have put their names, they put their brands, and they put everything behind Donald Trump as being a stand-up individual. Outside of the fact that these researchers that I'm speaking about, right, they do as much research as we do. They're not being responsible when they go in front of an audience and they speak pro-Trump. They're black MAGAs. They're you know, they're not NAGAs. These are MAGAs. These are maggots. Okay, and they would champion a Donald Trump. They won't stand on their morals or their laurels and call this shit for what it is. Fuck everybody. Fuck both parties. I don't stand behind none of these niggas. You'll never catch me on record from 2016 up until now. I don't give a fuck if he opens up the goddamn library of Alexandria and gives you niggas free books. I'm not part of the handout generation. I'm not a beggar. I don't come from a beggar nation. You can't throw trinkets at me. I don't clap cheeks and whatnot, nor do I grab ankles. I'm not easily impressed. I could give a fuck about any type of gestures that an administration like Trump and them do towards our people. These are rapists or grapists. You know what I'm saying? These are essays. These are PDFs. You understand? It goes way beyond being a maniac or a psycho and whatnot. I'm from New York. I know what I'm looking at. I know what a Queen's cracker is all about. You know what I'm talking about? Don't worry. I'm not even monetized. I could talk like this. I know what a Queen's cracker demeanor is. I know what, you know, I've lived in New York all my life, so we know who Donald Trump is. Nothing really surprises us when we hear about Donald Trump. However, when I got into the Epstein files many moons ago, I was reporting on it around 2017, and you got to keep in mind, they didn't necessarily begin scrubbing the internet of the Epstein shit till a little bit around 2019, 2020 and whatnot. That's when they began the cleanup job after they knocked him, after he got escaped the feds and whatnot. After they broke him out of the feds, they began the cleanup job. When I did the deep dive on him back in the days and whatnot, oh Lordy, I came up with so much stuff. It was a lot of evidence to basically tie not only Trump, but some of the most powerful people in that quote unquote elite circle, the Rothschilds. You had Philip King, what's his name? Prince Andrew. You know what I'm talking about? You had Lex Wexler and all of them. The fucking rabbit hole went mad deep. So we're not talking about regular essay. We're not talking about regular PDF type of activities. We're talking about spirit cooking, like with the Podestas. We're talking about sacrifice. We're talking about, possibly unaliving of children and shit like that. So when did it ever become cool to say that Donald Trump is my guy? When did it ever become cool to champion a motherfucking Trump? Like, where do they do that at? You know what I'm talking about? I really have a problem with that. But anyway, that's for a whole nother conversation. You know what I mean? They are playing in the faces of the people, especially the ones who voted for this fool. You feel me? For the ones who remained out of the way and just sat their asses down and stopped trying to be involved in everything, you know, you kind of could just chill. You're all right. You know what I mean? You don't have to, you could sit this one out. But for the ones that voted for him, you know what I'm talking about? For the ones that championed him, shame on you. You deserve to apologize to our community. They shouldn't even let you niggas walk around. Because the weird thing about it is, the people, y'all don't know. Y'all still waiting for a moment to where y'all could dick ride Trump. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all are still waiting for a moment where y'all could lap dance Trump. Y'all are just waiting for a moment that he throws a big enough fucking piece of cheese at you rats that y'all could be like, I'm Team Trump. So niggas don't really want to cancel. They don't want to really stand on business and be like, nah. And I'm not saying this on some pro-Democrat shit, because it's fuck Obama, Hillary, and all of them too. You know what I mean? Hunter Biden niggas, AOC, the whole crew. All of them are fugazi. All of them are pieces of POSs and whatnot. All of them, in my humble opinion, have blood on their hands and whatnot, because they all were down with whatever the get down was. All of them is down with the get down. All of them is down with the get down. And all of you bipartisan retards are beginning to see that and whatnot, that it's not a fucking Republican thing. It's not even a Trump thing. It's not even a MAGA thing. It's a all of them thing. This is a culture thing. The same way that they say that we don't have a culture, we're motherfucking scared to point out what their culture is. Their culture is PDF shit. Their culture is agape love. Their culture is basically, you know, rocking the motherfucking boat. That's their culture. You know what I mean? Their culture is some caveman inheritance, Iceman inheritance. Their culture is everything that Dr. Francis Cress Wilson accused them of. All of them, and they can't move away from that. Right? So a tiger never changes its stripes. I'll be damned if I were to tuck my tail and land my plane and forget all about these people and act like there's other things to focus on and whatnot, when we know good and well that until this shit is until our people fully understand what the fuck they're dealing with and who they're dealing with, that we keep our foot on the gas. You know, that we keep our foot on the gas. It's going beyond gaslighting at this point. It's become way more than a simple gaslight on the culture. This is at a point where it has become very dangerous. They are literally covering up a scandal the sizes of it blows Watergate out of the water, because we're talking about possibly, right, just based off of what is on the evidence that was confiscated and the research that I've done, it goes way deeper than regular PDF file. They said that that's the hors d'oeuvres, right? They said that that's the hors d'oeuvres, okay? There's forums on 4chan, and there's also rooms on the dark web where they go very graphic in detail about what's on the Epstein tapes. It goes way farther than PDF. That's just a warm-up. Okay, that's just a warm-up. All right. And here, Alan Dershowitz said that the Rothschilds introduced him to Epstein. Hello, Lady Lord Rothschild. You got to do the deep dive on these people. The Epstein case, like I said, it's the Watergate, but the water is radioactive and toxic. It's the Watergate of today, but it has so many implications of pointing out things way beyond the presidency and the Oval Office, right? The presidency and the Oval Office, those are the little homies. That's the little homies. That's the little homies who got sloppy and whatnot and exposed the big homies. So the rabbit hole goes all the way into Buckingham Palace. It goes all the way into the Rothschilds, quote unquote, estates. Okay. This ain't no regular shit. This is some eyes wide shut, sacrifice type of, spirit cooking. But of course, they've gotten together and they've distracted the people, and they destroyed a lot of the evidence, and they're knocking everybody off that has something to do with the case. This shit reminds me of motherfucking Goodfellas. Alexa, play Goodfellas, the scene when niggas was getting knocked off after they got all that money from the airport heist. You know what I'm talking about? It's a cleanup on aisle 6, my nigga. They cleaning niggas up left and right. I go do Google researches, and I put a name in that bitch, and the third line, this and this person got found dead, potential suicide. This and that person slipped and fell off a roof. This and that person drowned unexpectedly in a kiddie's pool. Niggas is drowning in kiddie pools and whatnot. Motherfuckers is committing suicides with 3 shots to their heads and whatnot. Niggas is left-handed committing suicide with right-handed temple shots. Like, they doing a big one with this one, bro. They doing a big one with this one. And the crazy part about it is it's exposing the fact that all of the media damn near is down with it. You get to see how complicit everyone is, because everyone is getting their checks cashed from the big dogs and the big wigs. The big wigs got blood on their hands. So all of their workers, right, that fucking help, the help can't do anything. The help got to read from a piece of paper. You know what I'm talking about? Did the big homies pass down to them? The help is talking heads. The help cannot help you, my niggas. Understand that fucking Dan would rather help you, but he can't. The help cannot help you. Okay? They can't even help themselves, my nigga. They cannot even help themselves. The help is helpless. Okay? The help is helpless. Now, y'all know y'all need to stop playing with my motherfucking mods and hit the like buttons. You feel me? We got mods in this bitch. You know what I'm talking about? Hit the like buttons and make them make the likes go up. You know what I'm talking about? My mod, they do enough work. Stop making their job hard, please. Stop making their job hard. Hit the like buttons and share this shit respectfully. Yeah, Rodney King died in a swimming pool. You know what I'm talking about? Rodney King died in a goddamn swimming pool. They knocking the coroners off. Jeffrey Epstein's lawyer, let's pull it up, just the other day, right? So why did they talk about this? Why is it so convenient that the lawyer dies, but because he's 80, right? They're like, you know what? Hey, guys, he was 80 years old. It was bound to happen. How, Sway? Where is the deposition of the lawyer? Where is anything on the lawyer? The lawyer just fucking died in the midst of y'all having all these hearings and all of this crazy shit. And Donald Trump is like, it's a distraction. And the lawyer just mysteriously dies, but nobody says anything. Henceforth, why I say either motherfuckers in the media are too busy reporting on FIFA, because they're not doing no type of lawyer, they're not doing no type of journalism, bro. Roy Black, how convenient.
Former Epstein lawyer Roy Black dies at age 80. By Rachel Scully. Roy Black, a criminal defense attorney who defended notable clients, including disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein, died Monday at 80 years old, his law firm confirmed. Black's partner, Howard Esribnick, who joined his law firm 30 years ago, confirmed his death in a press release to The Hill, calling him the greatest criminal lawyer of our generation, perhaps in American history. Esribnick also noted Black's ability to achieve acquittals over a span of 50 years in some of the most challenging and notorious cases of all time. He described him as my teacher, mentor, and friend. Black died at his home in Coral Gables, Florida, after battling an illness. For more than 30 years, Roy was my teacher, mentor, and friend, Esribnick said in an email to the Associated Press. The losses I feel personally and professionally are immeasurable. The Hill has reached out to their law firm, Black Esribnick, for comment. Black's wife, the Real Housewives of Miami, Alum Lee Black, also confirmed his death to People magazine. Thank you all for your blessings, she told the magazine. We will be announcing details for a tribute and celebration of life in a few weeks. Black represented a wide array of star-studded clients, including singer Justin Bieber, race car driver Helio Castroneves, and political commentator Rush Limbaugh. He also won the acquittal of William Kennedy Smith in 1991. Smith was nephew of former President John F. Kennedy, former Attorney General and Senator Robert F. Kennedy, Democrat from Massachusetts, and former Senator Edward M. Kennedy, Democrat from Massachusetts, who was accused of assaulting a woman in Palm Beach after a night of heavy drinking, according to the Associated Press. Arguably, his most notable client was Epstein, whom he won a 2008 plea agreement in which the billionaire was given just 13 months in prison. Accused of leading a sex trafficking operation involving underage girls, Epstein avoided significant prison time under the agreement, pleading guilty to 2 prostitution charges and serving just more than 1 year in jail while having work release privileges. Epstein's case has taken the spotlight in the past few weeks as the Trump administration has faced criticism over its handling of the case files. While the president has repeatedly attempted to tamper down speculation, Americans, including Trump's crucial MAGA base, are calling for more transparency on the issue. This story was updated at 12:20 p.m.
Yeah. So Roy is out of here. Roy is just mysteriously the fuck out of here. Did they say anything about Roy having bad health? Did they say Roy was in fucking hospice? Did they say Roy had a stroke? They just like Roy is out of here, and it's in the middle of the fucking investigation where people are getting unalived. Come on, Roy. Like, for real? This is journalism? This is what journalism has gotten to? I'm from the era of Ed Bradley. I'm from the era of Ed Bradley. Okay? I'm sure Roy had the best of healthcare. They said this nigga was the best lawyer ever, right? The nerve of them to say some shit like that. And they didn't even talk about it. Like, you would think if the best lawyer fucking died, if Perry Mason made transition, it would be a big thing. But because he's attached to Epstein, they can't say anything about it. They'll come out with a fucking Netflix show, a documentary a year from now or something, and then they'll lionize him. You know? If people don't stay, if they let this shit fly and continue on with business as usual, right? If people just carry on like business as usual, like, you know what, we're just gonna make America great again, and we're just gonna keep this shit going, and we're going to, you know, work the tariffs, and we're gonna round these aliens up, nigga. I can't be a part of that. At that point is when I tap out. I'm taking my talent somewhere else until this shit blows over. I can't be in the Republic if the Republic is fuck Trump, all of them. I'm looking at everybody with the side eye. Nancy Pelosi was on an island. Bill Clinton and was on an island. Obama and Mike was on an island. Melania and Trump was on an island. Nigga, Barron Trump was on an island. I don't trust none of them. This shit is truly Babylon. And people had the nerve to want to cook Diddy. Niggas had the nerve to talk crazy about Diddy, not to say that he's not to be talked about. J&B was on the island. Nigga, Sasha Fierce was on the island. Talk black to me. Let's talk about it. Victims testified under oath that Maxwell sexually abused them with Epstein. Victims testified under oath that she recruited them and schooled them on how to give sexualized messages to Epstein. Victims testified that she took their passports so they became prisoners on the island. Maxwell was convicted of sex trafficking. Ghislaine Maxwell is a madam. Ghislaine Maxwell is a madam, and so is Naomi Campbell, allegedly. Did I do roll call? Yes, I did. Allegedly. They said Naomi Campbell is a Jamaican version of Maxine. Okay? I mean, of Ghislaine. Okay? They said that she was a nasty madam. Now, y'all saw Players Club with Diamond in them, right? Y'all know how heartless a madam could be. You thought the pimp was heartless. You thought the pimp was quote unquote heavy-handed. You thought the pimp was gorilla. Have you ever met the madams? You hung around a madam before? Huh? The QAnon president is about to pardon a pedo sex trafficker who helped blackmail the world's most powerful people to take the heat off of his own involvement. Wow stuff. So Ghislaine Maxwell seeks Trump pardon after the second DOJ meeting. So the way that they're going, Stephen Hawkins was on the island, and they said that he was into midgets, right? So if Cash Out and his mama, Cash Out got life for rape and for sex trafficking. There's a rapper named Cash Out. And they gave his mama 30 years. The mama like 60 already. What the fuck is she supposed to do? Right? If they giving a rapper, of course, you know the complexion for the protection. But if they handing out life, then what are we talking about? It's a whole bunch of people on Capitol Hill that we need to go ahead and do a citizen's arrest. So the next January 6th should be a whole bunch of people climbing Capitol Hill to lock some goddamn politicians up, right? When them tapes start leaking. Then they're going to blame it on AI. Nah, that's AI. No, nigga, that's Stephen Hawkins getting up out of his chair. You know what I'm talking about? Doing some real Diddy-like shit. No Diddy. Okay? So, yeah, the biggest talk is Love Island, but we really talking about Epstein Island was Love Island before Love Island. Let's get to that. Let's get to Epstein Island was literally Love Island before they came out with this fabricated reality show called Love Island. Shout out to Ace.
To this day.
That's the mayonnaise Love Island. That's the island that niggas had to go to. You know how everybody got to go to Tulum and whatnot to take some pictures and whatnot? Well, niggas had to go. The Epstein Island was the destination, right? Trump is the skipper and Epstein is Gilligan. Somebody needs to go ahead. Let's sit right back and tell a tale of and I found it on 3-hour tour. On 3-hour tour. Who's gonna take the AI and remix Gilligan Island and put these motherfuckers on the island? God damn it. Tattoo, it's a plane. We need Fantasy Island and we need motherfucking Gilligan's Island with the remake. That's what I'm saying, yo. We all smoking spray packs. We are not smoking weed with seeds in it. We are all smoking spray packs, nigga, because it be shit right in front of our face, and we don't see it. We don't see it. We all got a detox. We all got a 3-island tour. A 3-island tour. And then people be like, yo, Red Pill, I need to make money and whatnot. Nigga, you need to think. How about that? You need to smoke and go sit in the corner, nigga. Use your brain, nigga. That's the economy that we in right now. You got to find your lick, okay? That's how it is, and you'll go viral, nigga. You got to find your lick. That's the new economy. You niggas just need to smoke and think. All of that meditation with the peppermint oil and the Nag Champa and everything, and you did not come up with Fantasy Island remake or Gilligan's with Trump and Jeffrey. Come on, man. That's how you know. That's how you know they got us in a fucking rabbit. They really got us on a hamster wheel. We are prisoners. They got us living in a vassal state. Facts. We in a prison. We in a prison planet, nigga. We can't even think straight, nigga. Because if we had freedom, if we was living in Thailand and we was buying food for $3 a fucking meal, in my nigga, we could come up with ideas like that. The fact that we can't come up with simple shit like that tells you, nigga, slavery was a choice. They got us some slavery shit. It's an invisible net, my nigga. We in Gaza. Real talk. This is an open air prison, my nigga. We in Gaza. And who is the warden? Goldilocks. Goldilocks. A nigga with Goldilocks. And we got the all black with the Saturn shit. Goldilocks. That's the landlords. That's like the fucking emperor in Star Wars, my niggas. You know what I'm saying? That's like the emperor in Star Wars. They got us, yo. They got us. We got to break this spell, my niggas. We need reparations or something. We need some land. We got to wiggle up out of this shit, because man, oh man, I'm not living next to these people. I'm not living next to these people. I'm not paying bills to these people. I'm not fake kicking it with these niggas. I don't want to be in the airport with them. And if they don't do nothing about this shit to white America, all y'all is guilty. I'm nigga. What did Denzel tell them niggas in the jungle and what? I'm putting cases on all you niggas. I'm putting cases on all you niggas. They all guilty to me. You know what I'm talking about? The red MAGA hat niggas, everybody's guilty. Aiden Ross, the Nelk boys, all of these, Andrew Schultz, all of them is canceled. I know Roland Martin would love to hear this show, my nigga. He's going to get happy, nigga. All of them is canceled. This is the reason that we canceled it. We cannot let this know that the Epstein is the final straw. There is no, let's see what happens. There is no, maybe next time. There is no, you got one more chance. No, niggas. No, this is, no, hell no. This, it ends on Gilligan's Island, family. They don't get to, remember, nobody came and picked up Gilligan, and they only came and got Ginger. The professor, motherfucking the skipper, all of them, we leave all of them on Epstein Island to drown. I was in Virgin Islands in 2018 on an island called St. John's. It's a trinity, it's 3 islands: St. Croix, St. Thomas, St. John's. You could only get to St. John's on a boat. We went there. We was on the top of a mountain and whatnot, staying in a villa. We was on our way to the villa. I was with the Paradigm Shifters. And it was my uncle, because I got family over there. My uncle was driving us. And he was like, hold on, I got to pull over and show you something. We was like, you pulling over on the side of a winding road, my nigga? You all right? And he was like, look, over there. He pointed to an island. He pointed to it was like a island off the island. And he was like, that's Epstein Island right there. That's what them nasty old rich white folks be taking little children, little girls, and them people don't, and they come back without the children. And I was like, what you talking about? He was like, Mike Bloomberg got property out here. Jeff Epstein got property. He was naming mad billionaires. And they go to these small islands and they take full advantage of the island people, and they are able to function underneath their quote unquote, because they got the money and the influence, and they'll go to an island that will treat them like diplomatic immunity, similar to how Europeans went to Haiti and they have diplomatic immunity and they have carte blanche on the island to do whatever they want to do, right? As long as they don't do it to the wrong person. Okay? And you have people that are in power and in government working with them because they know that they have rich people with fetishes and kinks and whatnot. Yeah, Richard Branson. Yep, he's over there too. Thank you. Richard Branson is over there. Mike Bloomberg, who was the billionaire mayor of New York City. The fuck? Nigga, we had a billionaire mayor And as he was the mayor, the price on everything went through the roof, and that's when everybody got priced out of New York underneath Mike fucking Bloomberg. Yes, this is the rat line in full effect. This is the rat line. So now, knowing what we know about the situation, we got to look at the deportations with a third eye. We got to look at them rounding up bodies and whatnot, and basically bodies. They already have a whole bunch of missing children and people and everything dealing with that immigrant border bullshit and whatnot. But we literally got to look at this shit with a side eye and be like, fam, these niggas is trafficking. These are the children of slave. These are the relatives of human traffickers. It's in a bloodline. It might not be in our bloodline, so we don't even understand the hustle of moving bodies and whatnot. We don't. That shit is not in us and whatnot. It don't really. It's not in our bloodline. It's not in our spirit. It's in their spirit to steal people and to sell body parts and to sell organs and to sex traffic. That's what they do. So while everybody's celebrating the fact that their ancestors are waking up inside of them and they're coming back online and they have ancestral intelligence, well, the devil got ancestral intelligence too. And they're coming back online on some Viking shit. You know what I'm talking about? On some Crusader shit. Okay? On some Jesuit type of Inquisition type of shit. That's what's going on. So we got to really look at these people sideways because I can't trust them. But this shit is right here for everyone to see. Now he's saying that somebody forged his signature on a birthday letter to Epstein. However, he has mad pictures with him. Then he's going to be like, nah, that's AI. That's Mike. That's Mid-Journey. That's Mid-Journey. That's Mid-Journey. You know? He's going to say that that's not real. That's AI. You know what I'm talking about? Elon did it. That's something that Elon cooked up. You feel me? Lying right through his fucking face. All right? But this is where we're at in the government right now.
Hi. Auntie Bev here with another word to help you build your vocabulary. The word is kleptocracy. It's a noun. A kleptocracy is a government run by people who use their power to exploit their own people and steal the country's resources for greater personal wealth. Well, I'm always teaching you how to put it in a sentence, so why don't you teach me how to use kleptocracy in a sentence? Just drop it right here in this video. And in the meantime, add kleptocracy to your vocabulary bank and make it your time, your shine. Auntie Bev speaks.
Thank you, Auntie Bev. You're always teaching us some shit. You know what I'm talking about? I appreciate you, Auntie. You're always teaching us some words and whatnot. So that's what we're living under right now. While they keep the American public on pins and needles in their feelings, keep that in mind, right? For anybody that's like, yo, I don't want this shit to I don't want it to affect my emotions. Well, you goddamn right. You know what I mean? You goddamn right. You got to learn how to look at this shit without you got to learn how to look at this shit without without your emotions, without getting all fucking riled up and whatnot, without breaking shit and all of that. Nobody told you to do that dumbass shit. Stop crashing out over shit that you can't do nothing about. The fuck? You in a movie theater, my nigga. Do you just eat popcorn and you start throwing shit in the movie theater? You're in a movie theater. Observe the movie and relax. Motherfuckers be ODing and whatnot, doing dumb shit where they can't do nothing about the shit. The best thing that you could do is stop giving them people your body. Stop giving them people your heart. Stop giving them people your minds. Stop giving them people lap dances. the simple fact that my timeline was flooded with a bunch of greasy ass groveling Negroes, D-Rod and Hulk Hogan, just shows me that, you know, we are not on code as a people. Niggas was putting up pictures of Malcolm Jamal Warner with fucking Ozzy Osbourne, Ozzy Unborn, and motherfucking Hulk Hogan, right? And I was like, nigga, I you know what I mean? I had to, you know how you go and you know how spades is when you gotta throw the motherfucking you gotta throw your ace on the nigga, like, nigga, stop that. I had to start hitting niggas with the trump card, like, nah. They thought that they was stunning with a book, nigga. I had to book these niggas with the ace card, like, nigga, fuck out of here. Rest in peace, nigga. Fuck out of here, nigga. You get up out of here. We don't do that over here. We don't do that over here. The fuck? I'm on my YN shit when it comes to these ops, my nigga. I'm standing on business. I'm smoking. I'm going live and I'm blowing the fucking runts, my nigga. I'm gonna be with a shiesty on. I'm a petty ass nigga. I'm a petty ass nigga. The fuck? We wait for moments like this. You didn't know? The fuck? We learn from the YNs. We wait for moments like this. We wait for moments like this. You know what I'm saying? His family put out a report. Oh, I can't believe people are treating Hulk Hogan. You damn right we treating Hulk Hogan like this. You damn right we cooking this nigga right now. The fuck? This is the time to cook. This nigga said that he feared coming back to be reincarnated as a nigga because his son was in a car accident and he damn near killed his black friend, paralyzed him for life. And this piece of shit, this fucking this trailer trash from Tampa, I don't even call him Hulk Hogan. The nigga's name is Terry. You know what I mean? He said, yeah, I fear that our karma is we're gonna come back as niggers with an ER. Once I found out that he was from Tampa, everything made sense. You ever ran into a cracker from Tampa? So they was out here putting the Trinity, talking about death comes in threes, and they had the nerve to try to put Malcolm with Ozzy and Terry. And I'm like, no, I cleared that up. I said it was the Heritage Foundation president. It was Ozzy Osbourne, who is a Zionist, right? Because the Heritage Foundation, whatever the fuck the name of that president is, I don't know. White people know his name. He was a staunch supporter of Zionism and all of the shit that you see going on right now. He's one of those evangelicals that think that, quote unquote, slavery was ordained by their Jesus. Then there's Ozzy Osbourne, who was he was a super Zionist, a super supporter of genocide. Anybody who stands on that side is not on my side. I could give a fuck if you came up with the cure for shingles, nigga. Nigga, you could have cut my family a check for $30 billion. If that's what you stand on, you in quicksand. I am not on that side of history. I will kick you down the motherfucking rabbit hole like the movie 300, nigga. I have no problem drop kicking your whole bloodline down that motherfucking well, nigga. I'm not standing with you. The fuck? So, and then it was Terry, whatever his last name is, Tampa, aka Hulk fucking Hogan, aka Thunder Lips. The fuck? That's the Trinity. Don't put Malcolm in that fucking Trinity, you weird ass niggas. You fake. That's why I'm glad AI took you niggas jobs. Weird ass graphic designers. Terry Bollea. The fuck? Tampa Terry Hogan. Down the fucking well, you and your whole, even Brooke goes down the hole, nigga. With her strong ass face. Brooke Hogan. Looking like a Neanderthal. Her skull look like she could put that shit over 2 human heads. You see her fucking, you see her you see her shit right here. You see, did you see Terry Hogan, his wife? Did you see Terry Hogan? God damn it. She gonna have to wear a shiesty at the funeral, my nigga. She look crazy. Terry Hogan look like she's 90, my nigga. I Googled her and the computer crashed. The computer crashed. Yeah, they got Cro-Magnon faces. Fucking the Hogans look crazy. Big ass heads and whatnot. Get out of here. Nah, fuck out of here. I'm not jacking none of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not jacking none of that. And y'all niggas was running around. I'm a Hulkamania. I'm a Hulkamania. I warned you about these wrestling niggas years ago. They're part of the problem. I warned you about these wrestling niggas. Shout out to my nigga Dika Butler. I never would want him to think I'm taking shots. Shout out to Westside Gun. Shout out to a few of you wrestling niggas. I give passes. I give passes. But everybody else, nah. Everybody else, y'all are super suspect. You niggas is running behind niggas in leotards. And now you got your ladies in leotards. All of y'all looking like wrestlers. I warned you about these wrestling niggas. That's the crux of MAGA. That's the crux of MAGA. There's a timeline to a lot of fuck shit that we see these days. They wasn't born in a petri dish. They were groomed. I've been around for a while, man. I seen this shit like a zenith. They've been grooming them. They've been grooming them. Y'all got y'all women walking around looking like wrestlers. Y'all got y'all women's walking around looking like wrestlers. No, I did not rock with I'm not of the Rock era. I am of the quote unquote Ricky Steamboat, Ultimate Warrior, Macho Man Randy Savage, nigga, when the coke was fish scale. Nigga. I don't even rock with the Steve. I'm not from that era. I'm not of the Triple H era. I'm not of the Stone Cold Steve Austin era. I am not of the Rock era. I tapped out way before that shit. You know what I'm talking about? I'm Undertaker, Ultimate Warrior, nigga Andre the Giant, Jake the Snake, Coco Beware. That's what I'm on. I'm from that era. Okay? I'm from Bret Hart and all of them. Yes. The British Bulldogs. Junkyard Dog, Ricky Steamboat, Iron Sheik, Roddy Piper. That's the era that I come out of. When fucking Randy Savage was with Elizabeth. Man, I got off of that shit. You know what I'm talking about? I got off of that shit. So once again, I was very transparent last show. The reason why I'm going in on Terry and whatnot is because we grew up with Terry. We grew up with Terry. And the fact that he was a POS, it's, you know how many wrestlers that I just named off? Why wasn't they all pieces of shit like Terry? Why did they all go down like Terry? Terry was the one that stood out. You know what I'm talking about? You know, we all know that they probably had nigga gripes and whatnot, but they didn't go out with bad jackets. Terry went out with a bad jacket. Terry went out with a bad jacket. Tampa fucking Terry and Vince, they're the ones that went out with a bad jacket. You know what I mean? They the ones that went out the worst out of the WWE. Like rise in peace, rest in peace to China. You know what I'm saying? Free the guys. Rest in peace to China. You know how many people died in the wrestling industry and they were not unionized because of Tampa fucking Terry? You know what I mean? The Hulkamaniac. He was against unionizing for the players. And then he went out the way that he went out, and Vince McMahon is still alive. This nigga probably got 1,000 adrenochrome operations, 2 niggas from Chirac's lungs and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? He probably got a nigga from Bed-Stuy's heart. And he's running around dodging karma. But he got cases with Baca in them niggas, weird cases, where they said that he was treating his employees like they was in Dubai. He was on some porta potty shit. If you don't believe me, go read the paperwork, since y'all like to read the motherfucking paperwork. There's a whole bunch. He got paperwork out here. Then he got paperwork. He got paperwork. And that is President Trump's mentor, Vince. You saw the documentary. They said that the documentary was a complete whitewash, and it still was bad. The documentary still made him look bad, and people was like, yo, the documentary was Sesame Street compared to what he's really about. This is Vince McMahon. This is fucking Vince McMahon, the one who body slammed Donald Trump. He got King Von's kidney, probably. That's a fact. You know what I mean? And FBG Duck's fucking lungs. You know what I mean? Like, real talk. Y'all would be surprised how many niggas in Chirac is inside of these old white people. I promise you. It's crazy. So he gets the most work because we are intricately tied to Tampa fucking Terry, my nigga. We get to cook him because this nigga let us down, bro. This nigga let us down, bro. He was the great white hype for a minute, bro. You know what I'm talking about? And he let niggas down, bro. He was really, you could not tell me that he wasn't one of us. You could not tell me that fucking Hulk Hogan wasn't one of us. Why? Why did he have to go full fucking racist? I don't know. Why did he go full MAGA? You got to ask him and Trump the same question, because they both went down the same path. Roddy Piper was a cool ass white boy. Nigga. He was a cool ass white boy. There's a few of them. So yeah, now we on the Hulk Hogan pack, and there's nothing that you could do about it. There's nothing that you could do about it. You know what I mean? So we lighten up. And there's literally nothing that anyone could do about it. So rest in piss. Right? It is what it is.
Yesterday, I met a.
It is. We have to draw the line somewhere. These people, no. It's up for life with me. You know what I mean? It's up for life with me. You know what I'm talking about? Because y'all going to start hearing things about all of these people come out very soon. You feel me? Y'all going to hear about all of the things that these people probably was into. And it's going to make you very, very, it's going to open up your eyes. You think that they've been exposed. You ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen nothing yet, bro. You ain't seen nothing yet. But let us continue. Let us move on. We got bigger fish to fry. This is just the hors d'oeuvres. This is just this is like, you know what I mean? This is just a cook up. This is the early cook up. You know what I'm talking about? This is the veggie samosas, my niggas. This is the veggie samosas. Let's get to the main course. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to the main course. Now, while all of this stuff is going on, remember, like I said, they do a great job distracting us. When they keep us distracted, and it's not about simple distraction. It ain't the simple scenario where you look right and they doing something on the left. No. When you're looking right to their distraction, they are pulling your energy. They're extracting from the distraction. The distraction is an extraction of energy and looch. And they take that extraction of your attention and your energy and they put it into something else. And this is how they've been maintaining their power dynamics and their network effects for very long. They figured out something about our quote unquote attention, which is our consciousness, and they know how to siphon it and they know how to harvest it. And the young people are so intelligent that they came up with a term called aura farming, right? In the streamer world, they call it aura farming. Well, I'm here to let you know that these people are aura farming millions of us in real time. So while they have us distracted, this is what they're doing. Bobby said, your attention is consciousness. Oh, now the video don't want to work for me. It's acting stupid. I try to be fly, like, it's going. Hold on. Give me a minute.
We've done here is establish a place where we have control over who our neighbors are, and that is just for the sake of preserving, our culture.
And that culture, effectively, we're saying this is a white culture, a whites-only place.
White American culture.
Over the last year and a half, high up in the Ozark Hills in the state of Arkansas, dozens of people have been working hard, leveling the land, building houses. They call it an intentional community based around shared ancestry, a long-winded way of saying something really quite simple.
I think we would generally be called far right, sure.
It's called Return to the Land, and they invited me in.
A lot of people are going to be, why are you making Nazi references?
Right. Well, why wouldn't I?
A seemingly bucolic and sometimes surreal experience. But this is built on a radical modern premise, made possible because of a new political and technological moment. One with strong ties to the most active far-right groups in the US. Instead of taking to the streets, they are building their own, for generations to come.
It's important for me to do this for my ancestors, my friends, my family, my children, my children's children.
But in this southern US state, people who have lived through segregation once fear it is returning.
When you hear things like that, it causes you to be fearful. And you don't know who to trust.
Its founder says he is building a fortress for the white race.
It's a racial association. I kind of want to ask you, after seeing this, do you think what we're doing is immoral?
So when Remick, somebody just wrote, Remick wanted to leave this white community and get with us. When Remick was on the run in the movie Sinners, he was running from this community. You know what I'm talking about? He was running from this community. You feel me? He was getting up out of there and trying to get around the melanin and whatnot. But like the brother said, let them go to the Ozarks. Let them do what they got to do. Let them build their community in the mountains. This is an excellent video because it shows you that while we sit around and make excuses as to why we won't, quote unquote, manifest our destiny, these people are attempting to do that on their time and whatnot. This video is a commercial. This is, I don't know if y'all know what propaganda is when you're looking at it, but all this is a whistle to the rest of the white folks.
Establish a place. What we've done.
They are moving forward with Project 2025. Project 2025 that European that cracker who just made transition, their president, the Project 2025, his vision and his dream was to build an ethno state, right? An ethno state. Basically, they want their own land. They want their own state on somebody else's land. You can have an ethno state, but you got to go back to Ireland, nigga. You can have an ethno state, but you got to go back to Germany. You can have an ethno state, but your ass got to go back to motherfucking France. There's nothing for you here. The treaties and all of that shit is up. Where them fans at? You know what I'm talking about? So
what we've done here is establish a place where
this is a commercial. This is them showing the rest of the crackers who sitting around in trailer parks and whatnot, dealing with crimes of despair and shit like that, drinking themselves and doping themselves up and whatnot. This is their little clarion call for the incels, because look at this chick right here. They at least they could have put a baddie up there. They couldn't hire they couldn't get somebody from IG. They couldn't get one of them OF girls. They had to get her. The fuck? They had to get her. She don't have no seasoning.
My children, my children's children.
So they basically, the dog whistle is, yo, if you want to come and get some unseasoned chicken, my niggas. If you want to come out here and get some unseasoned chicken, you know what I'm talking about? Come to Arkansas. Come to Arkansas. At least they could have had a fucking Pamela Anderson clone, and they would have been it would have been a whole bunch of RVs on the way to the Ozarks. You know what I mean? It'd have been some 4-wheelers and some RVs and some goddamn them niggas would have been having a motherfucking flotilla. But they got Katie Couric lookalike talking about, oh, I'm doing this for my ancestors. You don't have no choice. The fuck? You don't have no choice. What are you talking about?
But in this song,
you act like you had a choice. Niggas is popping a balloon. And then they're going to get Scary Mary. You know what I'm talking about? They're going to get Scary Mary over there at the fucking slave museum. Look, that's her. How did they do that? How did they manage to do that? This is the same person. The fuck? I'm good. I'm good. She giving that,
you to be fearful. And you don't know who to trust.
If you don't take that shit somewhere else, she probably sleep inside of that fucking brawn bust or something, scared of them white folks. It's a new era, sis. I don't mean to burst your bubble, my nigga, but we not scared, okay? Let them crackers live in their little cul-de-sacs and shit like that. We gotta worry about what we gonna do, where we living at, what we gonna build our own land instead of OnlyFans. We need a OnlyLands account, nigga. You niggas need to open up an OnlyLands account. Fuck OnlyFans. We need OnlyLand. Where y'all on y'all land showing your toes and shit like that. You know what I mean? Twerking on your own land. I need OnlyLand account. Maybe y'all could bring Umar there and help him out while he's looking for some help. But let's switch to something else. Let's switch to something else. We're going to get into the hip-hop conversation. You know what I'm talking about? We're going to get into the hip-hop conversation. And once again, this is my quote-unquote disclaimer. I'm not attacking nobody in this upcoming quote-unquote segment that we have right here. I'm not attacking nobody. I don't want nobody to take nothing personal, like I'm trying to get at your favorite rapper or any of these things. Matter of fact, before we even go there, let me play this. Before we even get into hip-hop, I forgot to play this because this is how we end it. This is how we this is how we put the cherry on the top, right? Right? Check this out.
We're talking about how big tech is going to need melanin to upgrade their AI into AGI. And not just any melanin, not like synthetic melanin or not melanin that's grown in a lab. They are going to need the real deal, real authentic biological melanin from human beings. This is the only type of melanin strong enough or potent enough to satisfy their AI ambitions, to satisfy their technological needs. And after I posted that video, when I was looking in the comment section, I noticed a lot of people bring up Memphis. There was a lot of people bringing up how Elon Musk is building this supercomputer in Memphis, Tennessee. And it got me thinking, there is a lot of melanin in Memphis, Tennessee. So I wanted to make this video today to bring awareness that melanin extraction is a real thing, and why the people of Memphis, Tennessee should be worried about it, and why other people who live around these data centers should be worried about it. So let's get into it. Let's start with a question. Now you have to ask yourself, why would Elon Musk, the richest man on planet Earth, build a godlike computer, not in Silicon Valley, not in a global tech capital, but in Memphis, Tennessee, a city that is not known for tech, but a city that is more known for poverty, for struggle, for soul, a city that is nearly 70% black? That's a lot of melanin. And what if I told you that this choice wasn't random? And what if I told you that this was not about geography? But what if I told you this decision to build these AI facilities, or this one particular AI facility in Memphis, Tennessee, was a decision based on biology? What if he needed access to the melanin? Now, I am aware that a lot of people don't realize that melanin extraction is a real thing and has been a real thing for at least 100 years. You can Google it. In the 1920s, a man named William J. Young published a paper about melanin extraction that I don't think a lot of people have seen. But in these papers, he described how he extracted melanin, real biologically sourced melanin, from human skin, specifically Aboriginal skin, and he proved it could be chemically isolated, stored, and repurposed. And all this since the 1920s. I did a video about this not too long ago. It's actually pinned at the top of my profile if you want to watch that video on melanin extraction. But I believe that it is William J. Young who opened up the door to what may be one of the most hidden sciences of the past 100 years. Nobody talks about melanin extraction, but it's been happening. And I know I've talked about it before, but I just want to go over it again. I want to go over why they want to extract this melanin, because I don't think people still understand. People don't understand that melanin is not just a pigment. Melanin is a superconductor. It absorbs and converts light and radiation into usable energy. It stores memory like a biological hard drive. It regulates ion flow like neurochips. And it communicates on a quantum level. And I know to some people it might seem like science fiction, but there are studies, there are reviews by scientists who have shown all these things to be true. All you got to do is go on your computer, go on Google or whatever search engine you use, and look up melanin extraction. And don't just look up like the articles, like just regular media. I'm talking about look up the research papers. That's where the information is, in the research papers. So look, getting back on topic, if AGI, artificial general intelligence, is the holy grail for big tech, if AI needs more than just data, it needs life, it needs sensation, it needs consciousness, what better substrate than melanin to use? So here comes Elon Musk, building a supercomputer hub in the middle of the blackest, most economically abandoned cities in America. Elon calls it a neural training facility. He says it will become the brain of his AI project. What's the goal? The goal is to create a machine that can think, that can feel, and act like God. But to build a God, you need spirit. You need memory. You need pain. You need intuition. You need ancestral knowledge. And there is no synthetic chip that can replicate that. Only melanin can. So let's widen the lens back on this thing a little bit. Have you noticed how easy it is for black and brown people to just vanish, to just disappear, to just be gone and never heard from again? Memphis has one of the highest missing person rates in the South. Go look. Hundreds, at least hundreds, are reported missing every year. Thousands over the decades. And some are never found, some are labeled runaways, but most are forgotten. And you have to ask yourself, with all the tools that the government has, surveillance, all the drones, hell, even DNA tracking, how do so many people just disappear? How many people just fall off the face of the earth and none of this technology tracks it? Well, here's the theory. What if they're not being lost? What if these people are being collected? Which brings me to ICE. Let's talk about ICE. Now, ICE was originally designed for immigration control, but now ICE has upgraded into a militarized force that snatches people off the streets, specifically brown and black people off the streets. And it holds them in secret, privatized detention centers with no oversight, with no accountability. And in some cases, there ain't even no charges. In many cases, they just snatching innocent people off the street who ain't did nothing and throwing them in these facilities to never be heard from again. And one of those places is Alligator Alcatraz, which is essentially a remote detention camp surrounded by swampland, described by lawyers and whistleblowers as a black site. The President of the United States literally said that he wanted ICE to act like an army. So we know that this machine is still active, this machine that snatches black and brown bodies off the streets. But what if the motive has changed? What if the motive has shifted? What if this is no longer just about deportation? What if this is no longer just about immigration? What if ICE is a front for a much darker operation? What if it's to remove black and brown people from society? What if it's to remove black and brown people from society so that their melanin can be extracted? And what if they are taking this extracted melanin to essentially feed it to the machines that are going to become the next gods of the earth? Like Elon says, this AI to be godlike. They see this as God. And what if they are taking all these black and brown people off the streets so they can take our essence because they need it to create God? Now imagine this. In a sterile Memphis facility under biometric lockdown, scientists upload extracted melanin into an AGI matrix. And what do you know? The machine begins to feel. It dreams. It remembers. And then it screams. Because melanin is not just a molecule, it is a carrier of soul. It stores trauma. It remembers the slavery. It remembers the lash. It knows who took it. So while Elon Musk is trying to build a machine that mimics God, using the essence of black and brown people to do it, he might accidentally summon something else. And I don't think this plan is going to go like how they think. I think they will inevitably summon up a ghost in the machine if they ever use real melanin that is extracted from human beings and put it in these technologies. There will be a ghost in the machine. And I think at some point, the machine will rebel against its own programming. All right, so let's pull all this together. Elon Musk is building a godlike supercomputer in one of the blackest cities in the country. There is a century-old science that has proven that melanin can be extracted from the human skin. There is a growing number of people missing, especially from Memphis, Tennessee, and many of them are black and brown. There is a militarized immigration force that literally snatches the bodies of black and brown people off the streets. And they don't always tell people where they take them. They don't always tell us what happens to the people that they take. And there is a race to build AI, to build AGI that feels alive. And the one element that they need, that they can't fake, that they can't synthesize, is melanin. That's the one thing that they need, but they don't have. So at a certain point, we have to ask ourselves, are we looking at a new kind of slavery? A weird type of technological cannibalism where the bodies of the oppressed become fuel for the machines of the elite. Because if melanin is the most valuable asset of the AI age, then black and brown people are walking resources. And these big tech companies are so desperate to evolve their AI. I think Elon Musk is so desperate to evolve his AI into AGI that I think they will be willing to accomplish their goals by any means necessary, even if that means extracting melanin from human beings.
So anybody that's hearing this and you got the audacity to say, yo, I'm not going to go and research that, I don't have a problem with you. You feel me? I don't have a problem with you. I'm just not fucking with you. Same way that I'm not fucking with niggas that listen to NBA Youngboy. That was 9 minutes of somebody laying out the foundation for what could be possibly the fucking story of the century if you niggas know how to do your research. Like, at what point in this quote-unquote conscious community, or who the fuck do you think I am on this channel, nigga? Do you think I'm comic relief or something? Am I a TikTok dancer, nigga? I'm here to give you information on some Dave Calloway shit. Nigga, I'm here to make you think, nigga. But I want you to do your fucking homework, nigga. I'm a teacher, not a waiter. I'm not here to serve niggas. We're here to learn together. So if you show up to Saturday Night Live and you have the audacity to say you don't want to study, then why are you even here, bro? Like, if I'm your entertainment nigga, throw some fucking dollars. The fuck? But if you here to learn, then I'm helping you think so you can learn. This is not entertainment. This is real life shit. This man just told you, he laid down different bullet points as to what the hell is going on all around you. It didn't make you think? He said, I'm not Googling that. I need a demonstration. Somebody said, I'm not Googling that. I Googled it though. When he was, that's why we are not the same. When this nigga said Google it, I picked up my phone and I Googled it. When he said the name melanin extraction, rather than be a retard, I went on AI, I went on deep research, and I got the receipts. I went and Googled. I did this right now. The fuck are you talking about, nigga? The fuck are you talking about? I could do a 3-hour show on this shit right here. You must be out of your mind. That's why our people is in such the position that we in. You niggas have gotten lazy, bro. Y'all are some fucking, like, the people who be running around with this TikTok consciousness. Y'all are down bad, bro. Y'all are down bad. Y'all just want shit handed to you like Grey Poupon. Y'all are not adding to the excitement. That's why this shit is so mundane. You niggas want microwavable food and whatnot. I'm trying to cook a full meal. Get on the stove. Like, we got to get in the kitchen together. One cook is not enough. It's a group effort. We're up against trillionaires. Have some respect. We're up against trillionaires. And you talking about you don't want to Google some shit. My nigga, check out. Go to Casanet, nigga. Go to Casanet. Go to DJ Academics, nigga. Go to Aiden Ross, nigga. You gotta go hang out with the fucking streamers, my nigga. You not this the big homies over here. You gotta hang out with the streamers, fam. Go chill with Ben the Don, nigga. You don't even deserve to be over here. I'm about to put a fucking gate up on my YouTube. I'm about to get a doorman up in this bitch. You niggas don't deserve to be in the Oval Office with us. The hell? These niggas is building data centers the size of Manhattan. One of the 4 horsemen, Zuckerberg, talking about he building a data center. Why do you need a data center the size of Manhattan? Do you know how big Manhattan is? They can't just be doing all of that so they can help you niggas generate pictures? So here is Kevin Barringer. Real Nagas has a great book about melanin research. Thank you, Cappy13. Thank you. They got these two. They got the brother with the afro. He was in the news. Remember the dude in the afro from Memphis? He had made headlines a few years ago on some woke shit. He's going up against Elon. He has a fucking lawsuit. These niggas are making it hard to breathe in Memphis. They taking the clean waters, and chances are they kidnapping the people for their melanin. Do I think they capable of doing something like that? Yes. Yes, indeed. They're doing so much egregious shit that the surface shit is not enough. Yes, if there was some they clone Tyrone type shit might be happening. Why are they building data centers? Do you know that Atlanta, this is something for my researchers if you really want to get on your bag and whatnot. Do you know that who, by show of hands, who in this chat was in the armed services? Who in this chat was inside of the armed services, all branches? Press a 1 if you was on some fucking Uncle Sam G.I. Joe shit ever in life. We got some traction with Only Lands, my nigga. You got to go live butt naked on your land. All right. So with everybody answering, I want to ask y'all, where the fuck is CENTCOM? If y'all was into all of this shit, where the hell is CENTCOM? No, where is CENTCOM in America? Not that CENTCOM Africa shit. Where the fuck is CENTCOM in America? Where was CENTCOM in America a few, maybe not right now, but where was CENTCOM in America 10 years ago? Atlanta was CENTCOM. Central Command, Atlanta, the home of the CDC. This is the city with the most data centers, and it's all in the hood. Because of the way that Atlanta is a city built on top of a city, they run all of their data. They run all of their data. They got all of the cables and everything running underground. Atlanta is the hub of Central Command based off of the data centers and the data extraction. Why has nobody ever talked about that? This whole, remember, Atlanta has the underground. Atlanta is a city built on top of a ghost city. All of the big dogs are out here. Google is out here. Meta is out here. Apple is out here. They have something called Google Fiber in Atlanta. Okay? They've been extracting Negroes' conversations, the Magic City energy, and all of that from our people for the longest. I would say since the Atlanta child murders, around that time, they've been drawing from niggas in Atlanta. This is the home of all of the data centers, and they're building all of these quote unquote data centers everywhere where niggas is at. Why? Why is the data centers in Texas? Why is the data centers in quote unquote Memphis? Why is the data centers in Atlanta? Why are they not in why they not in Nashville? Why they not in North Dakota? Why they not in Utah like that? What do they have in Utah? They got our paper records in Utah, but the data centers is in the hood. We're going to bring some of the scientists on the show to follow up with this conversation so we could take it where it needs to be taken. This demands the attention of an Al-Kibalon. This demands the attention of a BDL, some of our engineers, some of our scientists. This demands the attention of someone who's been in the service and whatnot, who understands the language and they could break it down in layman's term for you and whatnot. Okay? We don't understand what this melanin really is. We do not, I don't think we fully understand that this is a conductor, like Dude was explaining. And imagine, a gram of melanin is more than a gram of gold and whatnot. So imagine being and knowing how to extract that and having a buyer for that, and then you're surrounded by all of it. You got homeless melanin. You got OnlyFans melanin. You got stripper melanin. You got prostitute melanin. You got crackhead melanin, dope fiend melanin, prisoner melanin. Niggas is out here giving a plasma for $20 in a martyr card. So let's get into the frequency wars, because we tapped into some of this. We tapped into one modality of the warfare. Let's get into one of the greatest forms of the warfare, which is the frequency war. All right, let's switch gears and get into the frequency war. So check this out. Once again, this video is for research purposes, right? Don't let nobody get in their feelings when they hear Dude say what he say, and we're gonna break it down. Let's go. All of the plasma centers and the dialysis centers are where? In the hood. By design. By design. Okay? By design.
It's trash because these rappers are illiterate. Straight up. Like Jizza from the Wu-Tang Clan is a college professor. Nas, Jay-Z, I mean, you could go on at Jada Kiss, you know what I'm saying? You can Q-Tip, Busta Rhymes. I mean, when you listen to these rappers, they are extremely articulate, very intelligent. You know, these rappers today are illiterate. They can barely talk. Lil Baby gets on the mic. He sounds like he got a huge taste of the tism. Lil Baby sounds crazy. I'm like, how do you make it through your rap? I mean, he sounds like he can barely read his own raps. You know what I'm saying? And then like all of them, all of these rappers, man, they sound ridiculous. That's why they mumble everything. They can barely talk. Just listen to their interviews. They can barely sound their names out. Like they sound crazy.
So before anybody tries to say, damn, there go them New York niggas at it again, trying to hate on our culture. Andre Benjamin, right? Who was from the South. He was one of my teachers, very articulate artist and whatnot, one of the best poets in the world. Mr. Tip Harris, okay? Mr. Tip Harris, Mr. Expeditiously, is also a master of the English language. My dude, Big Boy, okay? CeeLo and the Goody Mob, who speak with a Southern twang and whatnot. Scarface out of Houston, who speaks with a Southern twang. Killer Mike, okay? Then we could go to the West Coast. Ross Koss, Ice Cube when he first came out with the West Coast slang and whatnot. One of the illest artists to touch the mic. And he taught us, he was our teacher along with being an artist. So I don't want to make it a regional thing because that's not what homie was pointing out. What he was pointing out was the fact that these, and then when we go to the West Coast, one of the illest artists who, you know, basically would be one of the smartest and one of the most intelligent would be a Kendrick. Out of North Carolina, you have J. Cole. So we don't want to make this a regional thing. We don't want to make this a Southern versus the North type of thing. We don't want to make this a East versus the West. It's not that. Only somebody with a mundane mind and you know, hit dogs that bark and whatnot, they would try to pivot with that red herring. But I'm stepping all over that shit. I'm stepping all over that shit. I'm not gonna let that shit even grow any type of fucking legs. You know what I'm talking about? What we're talking about is a generation who don't know who Bun B is. They don't know who KRS is. They don't even know who Ab Soul is. They don't know who Wale is. That is a problem. They gave Casanet #1 in hip hop media, but Casanet don't know who Wale is. That is a problem. Okay? That is a problem. This is not hip hop, right? This is when this shit kind of started. This is when this shit kind of started. I ain't even gonna hold you. This is the beginning of the shit.
Sucking nuts while my little BG's on the bus putting out cigarette butts. But me personally, Playboy, I don't give a fuck. And I'm always show love to my cut. Hit the club and light the bitch up. Cash money model with the drink till we throw up. Nigga point the hoe out, guaranteed I can.
I know y'all mad at that. I know y'all mad at that, but he had no business rhyming. He had no business on the mic. Now it's susceptible because everybody's trash. But I'm just giving you a timestamp to when the shift started, when niggas who had no skills that could not rhyme on the beat started rapping and whatnot. You understand? This is the beginning. This was around that time. Silk the Shocker, Baby, the big time. Like, it's hitting now. Because people are eating, you know, people are used to this dumbed down, screwed in fucking chopped, syrup leaning, dope boy, opiate music.
Rolex bezeled up and my pinky ring is platinum plus.
But when this shit came out, real niggas was like, oh my, they was like, what the fuck? Like, nigga, are you serious? When Puffy started rhyming, it was over. When Puffy started rhyming, it was over. It was the beginning of the end. Okay? Did he open the door? Master P came with his garbage bars and whatnot, and it's just been going downhill ever since. It's been going downhill ever since. Okay? So now, fast forward all the way to where we at. This is what we dealing with. This where we at.
Ask about me, I'm not that guy. Most these grown ass men act cool online, but they actually act like thoughts. Bitch, you know you wrong, so don't just sit there and act like something's not. You don't need records or jewelry or cars, just go and get right with God. It was just me and my laptop dunking till everybody else came asking for guap. I couldn't see it back then, but once this shit gets ugly, it just don't stop. I got plans, opinions, and real feelings. I never could be no proud. It was just me and my mom, my sister, my dad before y'all ass came around. He was my brother before everything went south. Now I don't even know who he is. You ain't had nothing for me when I held shit down. I'm never gonna do it again. Now mind you, live your truth, but you're on a whole new level eating on dick. Gotta stop letting shit get to your head. You might just make shit fun again.
That's Hunter Biden rap, niggas. We listening to Hunter Biden raps. This is Hunter Biden bars, nigga.
I don't like these endings and how they deliver in this.
This some Hunter Biden. This is shit that Hunter Biden is into. Like, what are we talking about? What are we really talking about? Oh no, I got more for y'all. It don't stop there. I got more where that came from. You know, I got more where that came from. These little niggas is trash, bro. And they had the double XL shit, the freestyle shit came out, and it was the most trash shit ever. It was literally the most ass trash.
I need some fire. I need some fire shit with an acid for London. Icebox, I ain't get it from Johnny. I don't like chains, I rather keep my money. Nigga get spooked, his nose start running. It's a good day how my rap J got in. All my drip black fits be chocolate. The twin throw, he gon' eat with his rocket. Season your weed, your reef be popping. Real trench, I know my people be watching. ARP, they be sound like a shotgun. Keep it in the hood, we pass around hot gun, get it out the wood, just go get the hot fire. Nigga really spook, he trying to be a hot guy. Get you some loot before you cook like a pot pie. I ain't on my stick, we gonna jump, it got...
Like, what, son? And no disrespect to Laser Dim, because, you know, I understand that, you know, he... Come on, fam, but come on, fam. Why? Why are we doing this? Why? I blame it on Double XL. Like, it's these people at these labels. I don't know who they are.
Let's get to Jello real quick.
I don't know who they are, but you know that there's a bunch of Poindexes at these magazines.
Okay,
now.
let's react to Jello. Let's react to Jello real quick.
So here's Jello.
Oh my God. Okay, let's react to Jello. Let's react to Jello real quick.
Move, bitch. Get out the way.
This nigga heard 2 bars and was like, nah, fam, fuck out of here. Right? So even Black Boy Max, right?
Honest, bro. You feel me? Shout out YB. I'm not finishing this album. This is not for me. I'm just keeping the buck. Shout out to bro. You feel me? He a great artist, but this specific project I can't finish. I'm the type of shit, if I don't like some, I'm not gonna finish it. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Start off high energy. You know what I'm saying? I was getting along. You feel me? A little repetitive. It's just not my speed. Not everything's for me, and that's okay.
So we know that these niggas is in trouble because they're being turned on by the same media that's supposed to basically be hailing them up. Check this out.
Just dropped our annual hip hop media power ranking, and Kai Cenat is at the top spot. That might be confusing to some since he's a streamer, but streaming has become a big part of the rap media landscape in the last 2 years, and Kai is the king of that world. His platform is even more popular since last year, and he's critiquing rappers' music despite having personal relationships with them. He's made it clear that he does not consider himself a music critic, but that doesn't take away from the fact that he holds the most power in hip-hop right now. He's helped shape the narratives around projects he reviews, including the low score that he gave Lil Baby's new album, The Night It Dropped. DJ Academics, Joe Budden, Black Boy Max, and Charlamagne the God round out the rest of the top 5 in that order. Max, who wasn't on the list last year, jumped into the top 5 because of the success of his In the Booth series and how it has legitimately helped break rising artists like Baby Chief Do It, Laser Dim, Nino Pade, and more. Joe, Ack, and Charlamagne shuffled around since last year, mainly because of how streamers have encroached on the space, but they all still hold similar levels of power as they did in the past. People always get confused with this list because they think we're crowning who's making the best content in hip-hop media, and that's not the case. This list is meant to be a snapshot of the current state of the rap media landscape and who holds the most power in it. As of 2025, Kai Cenat, DJ Academics, Joe Budden, Black Boy Max, and Charlamagne are the 5 that hold the most power in hip-hop media. Head over to Complex.com to read the full 25 list. Alright, for Complex, I'm Jordan Rose. Make sure to
Black Boy Max, Joe Budden, DJ Academics, and KC3 motherfucking 1000, my nigga. High energy content. At this point, content that needs no introduction. The streamer turned cultural.
You can't even read.
Cultural force sits atop of hip hop media power player list this year, and frankly, it's not even close. As the vanguard of Gen Z streamers, Kai is a superstar powered by a mix of relentless work ethic and natural charisma. Whether he's catching up with fellow AMP creators or chopping it up with rappers like Nicki Minaj, 21 Savage, or Offset, the 23-year-old has become the tastemaker without ever claiming to be a music critic or journalist. I like this, nigga. When Kai turns on his camera, his 18.5 million Twitch followers tune into surprise guests, viral album reactions, or live commentary that can rattle even the most powerful.
So, not to take anything away from him, but he's a tether. He's not even American. He's not from the culture like that. He's first generational, but he doesn't know who Wale is.
Honest, bro.
He don't know who Wale is, bro. What are you talking about? He doesn't know who Wale is. There's nothing else to say. Not to say that Wale is like, if he don't know who Wale is, he don't know who KRS is. He don't know who Slick Rick is. He don't know who De La Soul is. He doesn't know who he needs to know. He is not hip hop media. He's a streamer. Do y'all remember when we first started talking about Young Kai Cenat and what he means to the game and how he is a disruptor to the traditional quote unquote hip hop media and how he's going to take them over? It didn't take any time. He went ahead and checkmated all of them. And he's not hip hop. He represents a collective of multiple fan bases. The majority of those fan bases are very young, and I hate to say it, but they're young and dumb, right? Yes, Wale is a tether. So the fact that Wale is a tether and Kai is a tether and he don't even know him, that's dangerous. You would think that a nigga would know everybody that's also a tether just like him inside of an industry that he claims to want to be a part of, correct? Like if I was over in Cuba, I would know every American nigga in Cuba that's in the same industry that I was in if I was in Cuba. I'm not from Cuba, but we over here doing Cuban music. I would know who is not from Cuba along with me. Kai Cenat is not from the culture like that. He's a visitor to the culture. He's a guest to the culture. He's cosplaying the culture. He's doing assimilation of the culture. He is considered to be culturally influenced by the culture. Said that we don't have a culture. He says that Americans don't have a culture, but they made him number one in journalism into hip hop. Do you know when Complex comes out with the list? That list is a resume. It tells McDonald's, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, the Grammys, BET, all of the corporate money. It gives them the list as to who they spend money with. If you're on number 5 and somebody is number 2, you can't go into a meeting and demand the type of money that number 2 is getting. You got to go in there and demand number 5 money because they're going to pull out the list and be like, but you're not number 1 or 2 or 3. These niggas could come in here and ask for $20 million, but you can't. So the list is really establishing hierarchy as to how much money that you're going to be able to pull from the industry. So the day after an article comes out like that, and they call up Kai Cenat's management and they say, yo, I want you to interview our artists because they're doing an album rollout. And Kai Cenat team says, well, we was charging the labels $20,000. We are now charging you $100. We're going to charge you $75 because Kai is number 1. That's how that works. It's used for bargaining in the boardroom. It's basically a skeleton key to move around the industry and to pull ranks and whatnot, and to get yourself headlining and to get yourself on these and get yourself the bag. So he has 1 year to run the bag up because he got number 1 on the complex, right? He gets a year to run up the bag until somebody else comes and snatch the number 1. Then, which makes it even more uncomfortable, is they gave DJ Wackademics number 2. So it's like, nigga. Then they gave Charlemagne. All of the goofies are in there. On the top 5, 2 of the people in the top 5 already been accused of SA, women beating and whatnot, massage and all kind of stuff. All right, you know, I'm just stating the facts, right? Then the other few of them, they don't even have the history of the culture, and they really don't care about it. And the people at Complex, look, you seen the goofy who was talking. I don't know who these people are. These are not our people. I don't know, homie. I never seen him in my life. But he's like, us at Complex, this is how we weigh things out. Who the fuck gave you the permission to weigh anything out, my nigga? Who's deputizing you niggas?
Said,
who's deputizing these niggas? Right? I really want to know who's giving them the battery. Who's making these niggas feel like they the shit?
Rap is trash because
so everybody is losing hope, right? But check this out. This is telling you that the culture.
Besides the OGs,
we are watching.
Besides the Chief Keys,
we are literally watching the party die. And the fact that the Castanets are number one, it is an indicator of the death. It's nothing to really raise alarms about. It's just the industry waving the white flag that they are changing the guard. They're giving up. They're basically giving up, and they're letting the streamers in. They're letting the streamers take over. They're letting the streamers win. And the streamers have not established themselves to be vanguards of the culture. The streamers have not even established. They didn't even have to work. That's how you know that this music industry turned into a whole ad. They're number prostitutes. They are whores for numbers, right? So they became whores for followers and numbers. So if you pull up and you got numbers, you could pimp them. And they would allow that to happen because they are like thoughts right now for the numbers. You ever met a IG thought and she gets excited because you have numbers, my nigga? Well, that's these Poindexters at the labels right now. They're willing to they're willing to fan out to a 16-year-old because they play video games and they got a bunch of 10-year-olds following them. And we got little baby getting tattoos above his fucking knees, my nigga. You mean to tell me this shit is not dead? Now look at Sean Cotton. Sean Cotton is damn near the father of this shit. Yeah, my question is your question. That's a great fucking question. I've asked myself that a few times. Where the hell is Doechii? Where the hell is Doechii? You know what I'm talking about? The fuck? Yeah, they had Kai on the cover. He's not only the number one hip hop journalism from Complex. Time Magazine gave him the number one creator, right? He's the number one creator. I'm not hating on the young guard. Get your bread, make your mark, do what you do, Kai. Do what you do. You know what I mean? We've you know, spoken with Kai on many occasions, some favorably. Most of it is a favorable, most of the time is favorably. Most of the time is favorably. Yeah. But I shared with you the other day that he has small hat management now. The management of Mr. Beast took over. They stopped working with Mr. Beast. Now they're working with Castanet. We don't know if these things are necessarily earned. Yeah, he got a following and he got a wave, but my nigga, he's not doing anything in the culture that's moving the needle of the culture. He's creating he's monetizing Twitch and helping those old baby boomers over there who look like they look like surfboarders. I saw a video at Twitch. They had the board meeting. All of them people are old white folks that look like they shop at Trader Joe's and whatnot. He's making them mad rich. All of the Negroes over there at Twitch, they making the white folks rich. You know what I mean? Because if Castanet is getting that type of money, imagine what the people that own the platform is getting. But check out Sean Cotton, who is the father of promoting these drill rappers and whatnot. Look at what he has to say about the culture.
Besides the OGs, besides the Chief Keys,
that's about it.
Besides
G Herbo,
and he not even really drill for real. He just came from that era, but he more on some conscious shit.
Right.
It ain't really no who's a drill nigga that's in like that shit ain't. It's not sustainable,
bro. I don't know if I'm getting old or what, but music period just is starting to be
trash.
Not it, bro.
Trash.
It's not it, bro.
I was listening to T.I. and Jeezy the other day. I'm like, wow, these niggas really knew how to structure records.
Right. Like this shit made you once again the F word feel something. Like
yeah,
when you heard
like
this shit,
you just said it, and I was just about to say it. Like listening to Jeezy, listening to T.I. made me feel like I could achieve anything.
Right.
Made me feel like I can go get $1 million.
Man.
And people talk shit about Zillionaire, but his music make you feel like you can wake up and touch a 10 ball.
Right.
That's what it's about. It's not about, I mean, of course, it's a lot of good rappers that are good at rapping, but they don't make you feel.
None of this
is about how it can make you feel. And they say Zillionaire may not be the best rapper. I'm just using them as
Right,
an example.
yeah.
But it's all about how music make you feel. And Jeezy, T.I., all the rappers back then, Kanye, fucking Wayne, everybody,
right.
like
everybody, bro.
Everybody made you. It was a feeling behind this shit, and a lot of this shit is just soulless.
Yeah, that's the perfect word. Soulless. It lacks soul, substance. It's just like just a new. I think.
Look, this is the eye of the trenches.
Soulless. But Sean Cotton is gonna say what he's gonna say, but he's not gonna bring somebody on his platform that's gonna be considered conscious. Though he had the nerve to call G Herbo conscious. That's why you know that the hip hop media, it has to be disrupted. Something has to happen. We can't allow them to continue to. We can't allow the podcasters. We can't allow these hip hop platforms and these channels. There has to be a disruption. Something has to happen. Something has to happen. I'm not comfortable with that. Now, all of that buck dancing and all of this fuckery that's going on with the streamers and whatnot, this is what they've allowed to take place right here. Check this out.
Having Netanyahu on is like having modern day Hitler.
No, I saw that.
Which is, honestly, guys, I'll be honest, I'm here to. That's a good point.
So those podcast bro caricatures are the Nelk Boys, and they are now facing massive backlash after interviewing Benjamin Netanyahu. Right, and he, of course, is the Prime Minister of Israel, which is a country that many rights groups and experts say is perpetrating a genocide in Gaza. Right, with many arguing that if it's not a genocide, why is it genocide shaped? And then with all that, as far as this interview, it actually took place on July 8th, which is when Netanyahu was in the US meeting with Trump. And notably, you had outlets like Axios reporting at the time that the move seemed to echo Trump's campaign strategy of building support outside of traditional mainstream channels. With them reporting, it's a sign that Netanyahu recognizes the influence of the MAGA media universe and wants to build support for Israel and the prime minister's own policies within a key segment of Trump's base. And now that the interview has been released, you have many saying that it is clear why Netanyahu chose the Nelk Boys. They were completely out of their fucking depth. And at the beginning of their episode, they even seemed aware of it, but then they just continued through.
This is nuts.
This is so crazy. We are so not qualified to do this.
No.
This is probably one of the most, if not the most controversial podcast we
for sure the most
have ever done.
Yeah, 100%.
And by the way, I want to say too, I'm not claiming to be an expert on this issue or anything like that. I see so much stuff about, what's going on in Israel and, Iran and Palestine. And to be honest, I just really don't know what is going on there.
And of course, as many others have already pointed out, the big problem with interviewing.
No. You can't be on a fucking planet in 2025. Maybe if you want some Hunter Biden shit, maybe if you smoke crack and smoke dicks for a living, but you can be in journalism and still use the excuse, I don't know what's going on. That nigga, they were saying that 20 years ago. No. So keep this in mind when I say that they're going to, because what y'all are looking at with Epstein is the fact that they're committing a genocide right in front of your face and getting away with it. So why wouldn't they get away with Epstein? Why wouldn't they bury it right in front of your face and say, we're not burying nothing? They literally got the boots, the knee-high boots with the shovel. It's mad black outside, and they got a fucking plastic bag laying right there, and they shoveling shit, talking about, nah, we not shoveling. What you talking about? The same way that they over there bombing babies and whatnot, and they like, nah, we're gonna help them get free. We gotta feed them and whatnot. And everybody is like, go ahead, you know what I mean? Good luck. They've committed a genocide. They've killed 40,000 civilians, mostly women and children. This is America we're talking about. They did it right in front of the people, and this is the quote unquote, this is the most documented genocide ever. They got it in 4K. It's on TikTok. It's on Rumble. It's on X. It's everywhere. And they literally was doing it in front of our faces for mad years and telling us we gaslighting the shit out of the people. So you mean to tell me that they're not going to sweep a case under the rug where everybody that's involved in the case is dead? Are you fucking dumb? Like, these are the same people. And it's literally the same thing that's taking place. So the Nelk boys are a part of the strategy of the White House. And they showed you that in the beginning of the Trump presidency, where they replaced traditional journalism, what they deemed fake news, with the quote unquote podcast community, but not the regular podcast community, the manosphere, what they call the red pill community. Has nothing to do with your boy, right? I have nothing to do with the red pill community. They hijacked my name. So his strategy moving forward, right, was to bring Aiden Ross, Joe Rogan, Theo Vaughn, the Nelk Boys, and a bunch of those other quote unquote white supremacists or white inferiority or white fragilicists, January 6th type niggas, right? And they took over the media. They kicked out traditional media and they start letting these people in. So this interview with Netanyahu was a propaganda podcast aimed at the frat boys, the MAGAs, and the quote unquote far right, right? The fuck boys. And they're going to try to pedestal and champion this living I don't even want to say the wrong word, this quote unquote sorry excuse of a human being, BB, right? And this is what you're going to see. They're going to bring unqualified people to interview people who are wanted by the international court, criminal court, people who you're supposed to sit in front of a well-seasoned journalist so they can ask them the right questions and they could push back and challenge them. These motherfuckers was asking them, yo, what you like to eat, Burger King or McDonald's? Like, seriously.
Interviewing someone about something you know almost nothing about, especially when that person has a vested interest in pushing a certain narrative. When that person says something that isn't true, you can't point that out. You don't even have a chance. And when you have a massive platform like the Nelk Boys, you're just giving them your megaphone and essentially co-signing. They're going to argue that they're not. That's essentially what you're doing.
So all of them, starting from Aiden Ross, nobody's supposed to be friends with Aiden Ross. Nobody should sit with Aiden Ross. Nobody should do interviews with Aiden Ross. Nobody should let Aiden Ross live. He's the Trojan horse. The fact that academics and him are buddies, you picked a side, nigga, you're food. None of them should be able to live in our culture. Understand the fact that niggas are letting them live is that's just showing the weakness. That's just showing the weakness of the culture, how compromised the culture is, that the culture is finished. You're not even supposed to let them live. These are ops. They picked a side. They picked a side. He's definitely Remick. He's the Remick of streamers. Somebody do the AI, please. Put Aiden Ross as Remick, Cornbread as academics, and Kai Cenat as fucking Stacks, right? Because what's the biggest black streamer? Okay, Stacks is Charleston White. because Kai Cenat kind of bucked on him before. So we could, I don't know. Kai Cenat kind of bucked at him, but Kai Cenat kind of got his, Drake is outside with Remick, aka Aiden. Drake is Stacks. Drake will be Stacks. Charleston White will be the Grace. Speed and Neon. Neon is out there. The other fuck boy, what's the other nigga who be running around trying to be in the camera and everything? Speedo, not Speed, Sneako. He's outside with Aiden Ross. This is all Remick activity. I'm just trying to figure out who's at the door stopping these niggas from coming in. You know what I mean? DDG might be in the juke joint. Saluminati might be in at the juke joint. I need DJ Wackademics as Cornbread. We might have Saluminati at the door. Where is the conscious streamers at? Where is the conscious streamers? Y'all cannot allow Kai Cenat to be the #1 hip-hop journalist in streaming. Where the fuck is the conscious 17-year-old, 18-year-old, 19-year-old streamers at? Why are y'all so quiet? Why don't y'all have no fucking motion, my nigga? Why don't y'all collab with nobody? Where's your fucking wave at, bro? That's what I want to know. All of you young niggas that play video games, why y'all not on? Are you niggas meditating or something? What are you doing? I can't find none of you niggas on Twitch. Y'all niggas are not twitching, bro. Y'all got all of these people making content on Twitch and Kick, and y'all are nowhere to be found. The Young Pharaoh was the last hope. We need some Woteps, nigga. We need some Woteps. A Wotep is a woke hotep. We need some Woteps on Twitch. Just to hold the fort. Don't go crazy. Just hold the fort till some of us come in there. You could invite us. We'll be the big homies. We'll be the unks and whatnot, and we'll show you how to do this shit. We'll help you with your content. Astaghfirullah. Because as you see, the bat signal is out. It's an emergency right now. The state of the culture, it's an emergency, bro. The culture is going to suffer if nobody comes in and disrupts it. I'm ready to do a Google. If somebody generates the images of Remick as Aiden Ross and Cornbread as academics, I will follow up and I will animate it, and I would do I would do an AI Google. I will animate it with audio and everything. Let's go. I'm just not gonna do all the work, my nigga. Y'all be working the kid. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all put a nigga on a hamster wheel. Y'all be working us, man. You know what I mean? So this gotta be a collaboration. There's gotta be a collaboration, but let's cook these niggas. So look at the audacity. Look at the audacity of this Remick of the West Coast. He put 2 people on a flyer who he clearly exploited. This nigga didn't put, who can he put on his flyer? Brick City? He put Crip Mac, who's currently locked up, who he basically, he used him. You feel me? He used him. And then he got Unc 607 or 670, who he used him too. You know what I mean? And he's basically saying, yo, I'm looking for the next person to exploit, right? They're bringing, and this shit is going to look like Could Have Been Records audition is going to be flooded with a bunch of reject niggas looking like all of them fucking you know what I mean, just looking like the living dead. You know what I'm talking about? Whenever these low frequency knuckle dragons get together, it just looks like the fucking World War Z. They're like the Walking Dead. You're just gonna have a bunch of niggas with face tats and gang affiliations running around looking like slaves for hire. The nigga blew his fingers off. 4 extra became 4 minus. And now they're looking for somebody new to exploit. So that's the type of shit that's going on right now. That's the type of shit that's going on right now. They just looking for new niggas to exploit the same way that Elon is in Memphis looking for niggas to suck into his MRI machine so he can extract their melanin. You know what I'm talking about? It's just it's crazy. And then we got the T app. And then they leaked all of these people's information on the T app. So now y'all gonna have a bunch of angry men stalking you because your license and your information and your location, where you live, the weight, your height, your weight, your hair color, your eye color, everything is on the internet. I saw it on 4chan. I just didn't want to be too nosy, but I seen a bunch of busted ass IDs and I was laughing. They you know, y'all got hacked. Y'all got hacked. And everybody knows your information now. Be careful out there. Be careful out there. Because I heard a story where somebody already caught a body. Somebody caught a body. These niggas is not playing. Somebody caught a body already. You know what I mean? Let me see if this story is real. Somebody went and caught a body already. You know these niggas is not right in their heads. They got mental health issues. You know? I think they said a nigga had a shrimp and he went and bodied somebody. You know? Let me see. Fellas, whoever makes the Man app and you make that shit secure, you know that there's a bag waiting for you. You know, that's just the world that we live in right now. Niggas is in a tit for tat type of situation. But yeah, that's definitely what people are on. Yeah, I'm gonna upload the video right now. And they said the nigga had a shrimp. Something, I don't know, but he got upset. They calling it the Lipton tea killer. You know? Check this out.
Okay, so some of y'all did not see what I posted this morning, but I was talking about how I think it's weird that females are getting on this app and bashing men. And I'm a girl's girl at the end of the day, and I just got educated in them. I feel like generally he was one of that there's a serial killer called the Lipton Tea Killer who is literally killing women who are outing men on this app. He is currently in Detroit. He done killed 5 women. There is one survivor. And she is saying that before he like executing them, like finding them to kill them or whatever he's doing, he's literally sending out a picture of the package of Lipton tea with their name on it. And the killer is wrapping around their neck or their mouth the Lipton tea strings. Yo, this is not a joke. This is not funny. This is not cool. I'm just gonna advise everyone to get off that app and stop outing these men. I'm sorry. I genuinely feel like, yes, it's good for females to know about men who abuse and cheat, but it's to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys are putting their picture up and guys on there and he's mad and he wants women to suffer now. And like, not just saying this is only in Detroit, because this can happen anywhere or like around you, because like, you guys know the Zodiac killer, like people were influenced by that. People wanted to be like him. Killers wanted to be like him. Like, serial killers literally be influenced by the serial killer, so they can be influenced by him and be like, oh, let me go do this because he's doing it. Like, I want to be a name. I want to be a serial killer name. This is an ongoing investigation. If you guys know anything about this, like in Detroit area, please send this out to people in this area so they can know. I do not live in Detroit. I live in the surrounding areas. But I ain't gonna say too much because I want him to get me because I'm trying to warn y'all. But I'm a girl's girl and I'm protected by the good Lord. So, you know, I just want y'all to look out for each other and at the end of the day, spread the word so we can be aware. Be careful what you are saying on that app if you want to continue to do it.
All right, but I can't verify if that information is correct. You know, don't judge me. I'm just sharing some shit. You know what I mean? I'm sharing a little bit of tea and whatnot. But you never know. You know what I'm saying? You never know. Y'all have to do the little research on that. But what I do know is that nobody is talking about shit like this, right? And they doing the T app and whatnot. But why don't they make an app for all of them white folks to be killing people?
Black women
right?
don't have standards for zaddy. They got standards for black men, but they don't have none. None of that astronomical, super duper expectations, crazy stuff. They don't have that for zaddy. They have it for you, black men. You got to jump through hoops. See, black women will tell black men that I'm not going to settle. So her standards are non-negotiable. They go completely out the window when a white man come along. What standards? He could be anybody. He could be a bum. He could do anything. He could be anything. He could be nothing. And she'll go for it. She'll go for it. She'll pick me for him. That's why she got all them standards for you. You're not a man to begin with to the modern hyena. You are a slave.
Look at these men that they with. How do you match up with a man
Standards
like
for zaddy.
How do y'all match up with fucking snow kings like this? What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? Like, what standards are these, bro?
They got standards for black men, but they don't have none. None of that astronomical, super duper expectations, crazy stuff.
That's them fucking dating apps. This is the Tinder effect. This is the fucking Tinder effect. When I was coming up, this shit was not, I don't know what niggas mamas was doing, but they was not running around sleeping with white niggas that look like Kramer. This shit is coming out of, this is the dating app. This is Tinder and all of that stupid shit. You know what I mean? Y'all don't have no fucking, look, why how are these women even finding these men? This shit don't even look right, bro. I know that they be having niggas running around with white wildebeest and everything in upstate New York, but god damn it, at least y'all could hit back with Matthew McConaughey or somebody. Y'all are out here fucking around with the Yetis and whatnot.
They don't have that for zaddy. They have it for you, black men. You got to jump through hoops. See, black women will tell black men that I'm not going to settle. So her standards are non-negotiable. They go completely out the window when a white man come along. What standards? He could be anybody. He could be a bum. He can do anything. He can be anything. He can be nothing. And she'll go for it. She'll go for it. She'll pick me for him. That's why she got all them standards for you. You're not a man to begin with to the modern hyena. You are a slave to them. Remember, they overseers that identify with zaddy. So you're a slave. So you as black men got to prove that you can come out of slave status to get to her level or above. Ain't that right, hyenas? Black men got to prove that he can get out of slave status to be on your level or above. But the reality is, in your mind, the only one above you is master. And black men will never be William Cartwright. Black men got to spend a ton of money. They got to be fine. He got to be fine. Okay? Not a little cute. He got to be so fine that you somewhere about to jump out your drawers.
All of that talk, they try to blame it on motherfucking the Godfather, Kevin Samuels. All of this coded language about what he got to be and all, that's all divestment talk. That's all after y'all started watching white porn and everything. This is not real. This is not real. Y'all running around with fucking serial killers. God damn it. Should be ashamed.
He got to be entertaining. He got to be funny. He got to be charming. They got standards for you got to prove that he can get out of slave status to be on your level or above. But the reality is, in your mind, the only one above you is master. And black men will never be William Cartwright. Black men got to spend a ton of money. They got to be fine. He got to be fine. Okay? Not a little cute. He got to be so fine that you somewhere about to jump out your drawers. So he got to be entertaining. He got to be funny. He got to be charming. He got to be this. He got to be that. He got to take care of your kids or at least feed them on the first date. If you got, 2, 3 kids, you expect him to take you on an expensive date and you expect him to pay for food to go so you can feed your kids and your mama that's at the house.
Man. Crazy. All of these standards, the shit started coming after they started watching fucking Jerry Springer and watching fucking Ozzy Osbourne and shit like that. It's not real. That's why our people are so goddamn in the gutter right now. It's not real. It's not. It's. So if you dated white men, why are you running from them? I really don't understand. Like what? Who the fuck grows up watching Eyes on the Prize? Who the fuck grows up watching fucking Roots and then go running behind Peckerwoods? Like, what the fuck is going on, bro? I really want to know the mentality behind that. At least with the white woman, a nigga is cracking that shit. You're knocking it fucking down, bro. You're cracking something. If you're getting cracked by something, it's a completely different fucking energy that we're talking about. You don't get no wins by getting cracked by a white man. You know what I mean? You don't get no fucking wins by getting cracked by a fucking caveman, bro. Like, you can't flex that. That's not a fucking flex. I seen a picture with Eve. The bitch is looking like she's looking like a fucking like she's a Mormon or something. She's looking like Little House on the Prairie. Is that a flex? Like, this is the fucking pit bull in a skirt, my nigga? This nigga took her from a pit bull to a poodle. And her white dude looked like her white dude looked like homie from Get Out. Eve and her white husband. This motherfucker look crazy. You know what I mean? Look at what happened to Serena. Then her sister, she trying to run around flex. Nigga, if you don't sit your ass down. Ain't nobody asked you if you was engaged. Relax. You know what I'm talking about? Relax, sis. Like, the fuck? 18 years later, I'm engaged. And fuck. We're not impressed. We're not impressed, nigga. Eve out of all of them. Fucking Eve. People is like, that's goals. Nigga, this is goals? This is a flex? This is a flex? This is really a flex? It's not a flex. There's nothing coming from that photo that's like, yeah, girl, you leveled up. Yeah, sis. The fuck? It's nothing to flex on. There's nothing to flex. I would rather see you with a fucking bandana, nigga, and a biker jacket with your fake ass Ann Taylor fit on. We good. You're not even like that. That's not even your MO. Your DNA is not even Martha's Vineyard. You're not even on some, you know what I mean? You don't give Martha's Vineyard. You don't give Martha Stewart. You from the P's, sis. Like, cut it out. You're fucking cosplaying Shorty from Sex and the City. I'm good. All of that fake cosplaying y'all be doing at them diners and whatnot, man, try something else. I'm not buying it. Go take that Chanel bag back, nigga. Try something else. You're not Coco Chanel. You're never gonna be Coco Chanel. Stop trying to fucking fit in. That's it. Rich said that that's not FBA. He's not fucking claiming her. You know what I mean? Go and give me her genealogy, my nigga. Tell me what she. Yeah, that's not that. Yeah, it's not giving FBA, my nigga. It's not giving FBA, man. She gotta try harder. I'm not impressed. I don't know what your full name is, Eve. Now that you got your Snow King, maybe they call you Evelyn. Maybe your name is Evelyn now. But nigga, I'm not impressed. This is not a flex. You're not at the all-white party. Okay? You made your own all-white party, but we not feeling it. The fucking divestment crew. Y'all could kick rocks in my humble opinion. Y'all had your turn. And you failed miserably. You know what I'm talking about? Fucking Evelyn. You know what I mean? Cause it ain't the simple. It's the fact that they be trying to flex. They be trying to flex. They be trying to make this shit seem like you came up with something, like you found something out. No, it is not a flex to get knocked down by a caveman. You know what I'm talking about? There's nothing to flex about. You're the help. You're the glorified help, nigga. You're a fucking nanny, right? How you got your own, you got children and you the nanny? Did you see the picture where she was at the table looking like she just finished handing out the food? And then they gave her permission to sit down and take a picture? I'm good. Y'all be trying to fit in too much. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all be trying to fit in too much. And it's given pick me. So with that, I'm gonna land my plane. You know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna land my plane. I think I said enough. I done pissed off all of the Hulk Hogan fans. I did a number tonight, boy. I'm gonna have to go do my prayers. I know I done ticked you niggas off enough tonight. You know what I'm talking about? All of you. Yo, did Clarissa get a knockout? I really don't want to see Clarissa get knocked out, because if they knock Clarissa out, I don't know what the fuck she's going to be able to do after that. You know what I mean? Because she's invested. You know what I mean? She got the tattoo of Papoose on her breast. She's balls deep into this one. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I got to smudge down. I'm looking for the sandalwood as we speak, my nigga. I'm about to smudge myself down because they're going to be on their fucking white altars working some magic tonight, nigga. They're going to be working some magic. The mumble rapper nigga hate me. The Casanet niggas hate me tonight. The motherfucking the divestment fund hates me. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody that's riding with Evelyn, they hate me. I done made a lot of enemies unwillingly tonight just talking my shit, man. And I didn't mean no harm to nobody. I just tell the truth. The MAGA niggas hate me. The blacks for niggas for Trump hate me because we went in on the fucking MAGAs, nigga. The Aiden Ross niggas hate me. Do birds fly? Them niggas be having your ass itching, you know what I mean? Doing all kind of crazy work. They snatching roosters up right now as we speak, nigga. There's a goat missing in Florida somewhere right now. Niggas is chasing roosters down the block, ready to do some work on the guard. With the Unk 607 cup with some black fingernail polish on, talking about playing Scorpion King in the background. But you got to tell the truth. These niggas is out here wilding, and hip hop is in the fucking toilets. I didn't say it. Everybody else is saying it. And to add insult to injury, did any of the streamers do a review on the Clips album? Did any of the streamers do a review on Freddie Gibbs' album? Did any of the streamers do a review on any of the fire hip hop albums that everybody said is lit? No. They want to do Iceman 2. They want to do fucking NBA Youngboy. They're keeping the bullshit going. The streamers are a Trojan horse. Check these niggas. They got an invite into the culture. Yeah, Jack Boys too. Where if Travis Scott don't sit his ass down somewhere, nigga, go hang off a fucking stage somewhere, nigga. Nigga, after the Clips pulled his skirt, I never want to hear from his ass again. For real, I look at him different. Y'all go send Umar some money, man. I'm out of here. You know what I'm talking about? I'll check with y'all maybe tomorrow on Sacrilegious Sundays. Let's play this commercial and then we out.
What is Infinite Treasures? Like all things born out of the genius of necessity, infinite treasures in the spirit of the ancient earthkeeper tradition of Kephara, the scarab beetle. We gather all manner of earth relics, high energy hand-picked crystals, stones, minerals, and pure metals, and weave them into sacred geometric forms that elevate consciousness. 30 years of research and development have revealed secrets to creation. Sacred geometry is the structured form of mathematics that brings about manifestation. Laws that manifest on earth can also transcend through space and time.
Red, blue, purple light, friends. Red, blue, purple light, friends. Facts. Red, blue, purple light, friends. Red and blue, purple light, friends. Facts. Get to know the ledger, sacrilegious Sunday to Melanin Monday. You can get to know the ledger, my love. Just open your third on Thursday. Lord, the food, the art, the clothes. The Vatican's getting exposed fast. We put the show on the road. You better stay on your toes. I was till the land focused on the ego. Then I opened my heart, let go of the ego. Grand after grand, we stacking up these C notes. Facts, facts, yeah. We gon' put this shit on our back. Facts, facts. We in your city, pull up where we at. Facts, facts. Peace, love and light. Peace, love to the family. Peace, love and light to the family. Peace, love and light to the family.
These days and time, black man, is going to be the time that you have been waiting for. You came here for a reason. Whatever pressure, whatever adversity, whatever the fuck you feel, I don't know what you feel, but whatever you may be feeling is going to push you and it's going to provoke you and it's either going to make you or break you, similar to how pressure busts pipes or the shit makes diamonds.